Humanity sets the agenda.
Nine 38 exactly, and for the second time, a very good morning to you and welcome to the program. Professor Sylvester Mpandeli, nice to have you on the show. We are here to talk about, obviously, World Food Day 2022, which was observed yesterday, and we're going to hone in on food security, not only globally, but particularly in South Africa. We do have a huge issue. A very good morning to you and welcome to the program.
Good morning to you, Julie, and to your listeners.
Okay, let me ask this question because I think it's related or directly linked in. You are the executive manager at the Water Research Commission. What exactly do you do? And what can you tell us about this ridiculous situation in Gauteng, this worrying situation in Gauteng about water shedding?
My position here at Water Research Commission, I'm an executive manager responsible for the water utilization in agriculture key strategic area, and I also coordinate the Water Energy Food Nexus Lighthouse or flagship program. My job is to provide strategic leadership in the key strategic area, but focusing more on research and development and innovation, looking at issues related to food security, climate change, agriculture water management, water energy food nexus, and so on and so on. Coming back to issue in Gauteng, I think what we need to understand is the fact that yes, South Africa is a water scarce country, but we also have got challenges with regards to our infrastructure. We need to maintain our infrastructure and also making sure that we put people who will be able to do the job at the end of the day, which means that there are several factors that we need to look at it. We cannot just only point out only one factor.
Okay, and obviously, I know you speak about being the executive manager at the Water Research Commission. Your focus is on the agricultural sector.
Yeah.
And what we're experiencing here in Gauteng is outside of the boundaries of what you're looking at and what you're doing. But undoubtedly, food security issues are tied in directly with water security. If you don't have water on tap, whether it's locally or whether it's on the farmlands, you
Yeah.
are going to have food security issues. Where do we stand on this matter?
Look, I know that people are very concerned about food security issues, and that's okay. We do understand the fact that according to the States SA, it shows that 1 out of 4 households are food insecure. They go to bed with empty stomach. However, there are various knowledge generations organizations in the country, like your Water Research Commission, Agriculture Research Council, Council for Science Industrial Research organization. Wherein this organization, they are looking at food security issues at different scales, at different angles, so that we produce enough food by using less water. That's the first thing. Second
Ah,
issue is to make sure that we need to produce high nutritional food. I can give you an example. Water Research Commission is driving an indigenous or underutilized program for the next 10 years, because we do believe that these traditional crops like your amaranth, blackjack, crops, they are rich in nutrients. They use less water, and they are easy to adapt to any local situation. What we need to do is to make sure that we promote these crops at various levels, and at local, at provincial, at national, at international level. And over and above that, we need to unlock markets so that smallholder farmer especially will also have got an opportunity to supply this product to formal markets. We are linking this with our water, energy, food nexus initiative, because water, energy, agriculture sectors, they are interlinked, and there's synergies among those three sectors. So what we need to do is to make sure that we coordinate our activities in such a way that activities that are taking place within the agriculture are not impacting the water or energy sectors. That is why we are driving this. This program, it has also been endorsed at the United Nations. It's linked with the Sustainable Development Goals, and we are also linking it up with our national development plans or initiatives. So there are various interventions that we are putting them on the table. For us, the most important thing is to make sure that, we feed our people, we make sure that, we produce products that are healthy, and also products that are not gonna, pose any risk. So that is why issue of, health is very, very important for us.
So let's look at the World Food Day theme for 2022. It is an international initiative. And then how does it speak to South Africa, so to speak? How secure are we in South Africa? What worries me is you have suggested that a lot of people are going to, going to bed hungry. We shouldn't be having that situation in South Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa has vast tracts of unused land. And I know there's a lot of other, dimensions involved in getting food to the table. It's not as simple. We can say we've got a lot of virgin land, but that's putting it very simplistically. It's also about access to the land. It's also about transportation. It's also about education. It's also about awareness. So lots of issues are involved here for us to become food secure.
Yeah.
How do we mobilize our populations to become more food secure and independent in the process?
Look, we need all, key actors to come on board. We need both smallholder farmers, we need commercial farmers, we need scientists or academics, we need the policymakers and so on. The fact of the matter is that we have got enough resources to address issues related to food security. What we need to do is to put our resources in the right place, by making sure that, we produce the right, crops, and also, and above that, bringing smallholder farmers to the mainstream of the economy. How? Through, market participation and so on. The other issue that, we also need to think about is the policy implementation. I know that the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development has got national policy that deals with underutilized or traditional crop. That's the way to go. The thing here is that we need to provide infrastructure, especially for smallholder farmers. Majority of them are producing, perishable products. Therefore, they need infrastructure in order for them to be able to store those products. Another issue that, it's also, threatening majority of households or the agriculture sector is the issue related to post-harvest stage. Farmers are producing enough products from farm, to wherever they are storing them, but to maintain the post-harvest stage or life of such kind of product, it's a challenge if you don't have infrastructure, which means that we need to partner with private sector, government, in order to promote agro-processing initiatives. And by doing that, we will be able to minimize or reduce the food wastage, especially at the post-harvest stage. So that's one thing. The other issue is the fact that we need to promote crops that use less water, that are drought tolerant because of the climate change challenges that we're facing in the country due to high climatic variability and extreme climatic events. And over and above that, we need to capacitate our farmers in terms of human capital development so that they understand that agriculture is a rich business and you need to take strategic decision without wasting much time.
You talk about food wastage post-harvest, at the stage of post-harvest. And obviously, the small-scale farmers need to be assisted in ensuring that that is not wasted. They need to be given the capacity to be able to get that food to markets. But let's talk about very quickly also about food wastage. Um, in in the large scale food wastage in hotels, supermarkets, restaurants, and even in our homes. I kind of wonder if we didn't waste so much of food. Imagine if those resources were passed on to the neediest of the needy. We wouldn't have starving people in the country. And again, here I also understand that it's a very dynamic situation, and you need processes in place, very intricate processes in place to ensure that we have a value chain that ensures that the surplus food goes to the neediest and the needy, and the food is not wasted. This is not possibly middle level, it's not absolute high level thinking, but a ground level and middle level thinking. If we can get our thinking together, we can be tackling a huge problem in the country.
That's correct, Julie. The fact of the matter is that we need to find mechanisms of recovering the food that we are losing, especially after post-harvest stage. I know that Water Research Commission and other knowledge generation organization, we've got programs that deal with energy generation. We use some of those wastage. Food or products to generate energy. But over and above that, Water Research Commission is running a program that is linked to this philosophy of principle to say one school, one garden, one household, one garden, so that our people are food secured. I can give you an example about the project that we have completed in Mamelodi in 2 primary schools. We were producing various types of vegetables in that area. And every Friday, we were giving 300 school children a pack of vegetables so that
Wow.
they can take it to their respective homes. And that model, we are planning to expand it and make it a national program because we have seen the results, positive results, and it works very well. That's one thing. Second issue is the fact that we have got a program that's focusing at household level, wherein at household level we're driving the biogas system. You generate energy, and then at the same time you are producing slurry that you can use it as a fertilizer, which means that you are addressing multi issues.
Wow.
We are doing this in rural areas so that our people in rural areas are food secured, and also at the end of the day, we want to create entrepreneurs focusing more on these traditional or underutilized crops. So there are various initiatives that are taking place, and we are driving these initiatives with our national universities across the country, with our international partners from South America, Middle East, Asia, Europe, and so on. And the results are coming. Believe me, it's just a matter of time before we crack this, and we will be able to contact you guys to say, this is where we are, this is how we started.
I look forward to that. Thank you indeed. Congrats to you and your efforts and your team. And I certainly do look forward to you contacting us and talking some more. Professor Sylvester Mpandeli talking to us about obviously World Food Day 2022 and what his company is involved in making a change, a meaningful change. He is the executive manager at the Water Research Commission. That brings us to 9:52 right here on Salam Media.